Dodo. The dodo was a flightless bird that lived on the island of Mauritius in the Indian Ocean. For thousands of years, it had no major predators, which meant it never needed to fly away from danger. When sailors reached the island in the late 1500s, hunting and introduced animals such as rats and pigs quickly damaged the dodo's chances of survival. Within about a century, the species was gone. Today, the dodo is one of the world's most famous symbols of extinction. Woolly mammoth. The woolly mammoth was a giant relative of the modern elephant that lived across Europe, Asia, and North America during the Ice Age. Thick fur, a layer of fat, and long curved tusks helped it survive freezing conditions. Mammoths traveled across vast grasslands in search of food and water. As the climate warmed and human hunting increased, their numbers slowly declined. The last isolated population survived on a remote Arctic island until around 4,000 years ago. Saber-Toothed cat. The saber-toothed cat, known scientifically as Smilodon, was one of the most formidable predators of the Ice Age. It is best known for its enormous canine teeth, which could grow much longer than those of modern big cats. Despite its fearsome appearance, it likely relied on ambush attacks rather than long chases. Smilodon hunted large herbivores and thrived for hundreds of thousands of years before disappearing as ecosystems changed and many of its prey species vanished. Megalodon. Megalodon was the largest shark known to have existed. It lived in oceans around the world millions of years ago and may have reached lengths of over 15 meters. Its jaws were powerful enough to hunt whales and other large marine animals. Fossilized teeth found across the globe reveal just how widespread it once was. Changes in ocean temperatures, food availability, and competition from other predators eventually led to its extinction. Passenger pigeon. The passenger pigeon was once one of the most abundant birds on Earth. Massive flocks filled the skies of North America, sometimes stretching for kilometers. Early observers described entire forests becoming dark as millions of birds passed overhead. However, large-scale hunting and habitat destruction caused their numbers to collapse. The last known passenger pigeon, named Martha, died in a zoo in 1914, ending a species that had once numbered in the billions. Tasmanian tiger. The Tasmanian tiger, also called the thylacine, was a carnivorous marsupial native to Tasmania. It had a dog-like body, a stiff tail, and dark stripes across its back. Although it resembled a wolf, it was more closely related to kangaroos and wombats. Farmers believed it threatened livestock and hunted it heavily. Combined with disease and habitat pressures, this pushed the species toward extinction. The last known thylacine died in captivity in 1936. Great auk. The great auk was a large, flightless seabird that lived along the rocky coasts of the North Atlantic. It spent much of its life swimming and diving for fish, using its wings as underwater paddles. Because it could not fly, it was easy for hunters to capture. People hunted great auks for meat, feathers, and oil, causing populations to shrink rapidly. The final known pair was killed in Iceland in 1844. Quagga. The quagga was a unique relative of the zebra that lived in South Africa. It had stripes on the front half of its body, while the rear looked more like a plain brown horse. This unusual appearance made it one of the most distinctive members of the horse family. European settlers hunted quaggas extensively and converted much of their habitat into farmland. By the late 19th century, the species had disappeared completely. Moa. The moa was a group of giant flightless birds that lived only in New Zealand. Some species could grow taller than 3 meters when fully upright, making them among the tallest birds ever known. They evolved in an environment with very few predators and became important herbivores within their ecosystems. After humans arrived in New Zealand, intensive hunting rapidly reduced moa populations. Within a few centuries, every species of moa had vanished. Haast eagle. Haast eagle was the largest eagle known to have existed. Native to New Zealand, it had a wingspan of up to 3 meters and powerful talons capable of bringing down prey much larger than itself. Its main food source was the giant moa. When human hunters drove the moa to extinction, the eagle lost the foundation of its diet. Without enough large prey to survive, Haast's eagle also disappeared, ending the reign of one of the most impressive birds of prey in history.